Thank you for participating in this Civitas interview with us.
Thank you.
And our first question for you. What do you believe to be the role of the judiciary? If elected, how will your understanding of your role manifest in your adjudication?
The role of the judiciary, particularly the Court of Appeals, because it's an intermediate court, is to apply the Constitution, the general statutes of North Carolina, and the legal precedent as handed down by the North Carolina Supreme Court, also the binding precedent from previous panels of the Court of Appeals. It's not to make law. And my role, if elected, will be to do exactly that, to apply the precedent of the Constitution, general statutes, and the Supreme Court.
And our next question. What impact do you feel the recent SBI issue will have on the efficacy of the judicial system? Should this cause North Carolinians to reconsider their position on the death penalty?
We are already seeing some of the impact of the SBI issue in that the court system is going to be even more burdened than it already is right now. The court system is underfunded, and any defense attorney with an SBI agent or issue in his case is going to raise that as an issue. It's already started. So it will have an impact, and I would like to say that the SBI, as in any human, any institution or agency, is comprised of individuals who are very dedicated and have the highest standards of integrity. Anytime an individual's integrity is called into question, of course, it's going to affect the entire agency. I just like to come to bat for the SBI somewhat. I think they've been under attack. But it is going to cause scrutiny in each individual case. In terms of the impact on the death penalty, I think that it will more likely impact the guilt-innocence phase of a trial. Just like an accused is innocent until proven guilty, likewise the impact of the SBI. Misconduct, if any, in a case needs to be shown before we judge. And so, in each individual jury trial, the jury should weigh out what, if any, misconduct occurred and have that impact their individual decisions. The overall decision on the death penalty is for the legislature to decide.
And our third question. What are your thoughts on judicial offices being made nonpartisan and about publicly financing appellate court races?
I think both of those are intended as positive reforms. You know, we say, our Constitution says that the judiciary is supposed to be fair and impartial. It is, I believe in separation of powers. And as a court watcher, as a person who has been involved in the appellate process for 13 years now, I can tell you that a person's party affiliation has very little to do, often, particularly in the Court of Appeals, with the decision that they're going to make. It is not a good predictor of what a judge is going to do. And it shouldn't be, because all of us have pledged to be fair and impartial, to apply the precedent of the state and of the Constitution, follow the Constitution. So I think that the move toward nonpartisan, in theory, is a positive move. In practice, the races are very partisan. If you go on any Republican or Democrat website in the state of North Carolina, it's going to tell you who's affiliated with that party. And what was the second part of the question?
About publicly financing appellate court races.
Public financing, again, it's an attempt at reform. It's an attempt to give people a chance who are not connected or moneyed a chance to become part of the judiciary. I think that it should not be required, but it is, as an option, a positive thing. I don't think that there should be a requirement if someone wants to opt out and seek private financing. I believe that should also continue to be an option.
And our final question. Why should North Carolina elect you to become a leader of its judicial system?
Well, I am the only candidate of 13 who actually practices in the Court of Appeals on a regular basis. I've been completely devoted to that court. I am familiar with its practice. I've handled hundreds of cases as an advocate before the court. I am familiar with the rules of appellate procedure, with the personnel, and I'm a person who could start work right off the bat. I am also a person who would provide balance to the court. As it's presently composed, the court, there are 15 judges on the court. Only one judge on the court now has any prosecutorial experience at all. And so my background as a victim, as the lead attorney for crimes against children, as a prosecutor, will provide a much needed balance to the court. Right now, the way the court's comprised, we have at least 2 judges from almost every other discipline: administrative law, plaintiff's bar, defense bar. We have 2 minority judges, and so, but only 1 person with any prosecutorial experience. So both my experience before the court and as an advocate and my personal characteristics, my background, would provide both balance and experience which the court needs.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.